of the day, we got to understand where we come from to know where we're going. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Fellas, we coming to an end, and I just got a few words, man. First off, thank you. Thank you, Mario. Thank you for everything that you're doing, not only in the community, with your news channel as well. Ms. Hensley, thank you so much, specifically for all of the research that you do and the information that you come with every time you do come. I genuinely appreciate that. Ron, where's Ron? Who's Ron? Ron was just sitting here.
I think he just left.
He might have just left, man. I just wanted to thank him as well, because I gained great benefit. I watch his TikToks, man. He just sits there and he giving up this information. Adrian, thank you. Thank you for everything that you're doing right now for the kids. The technology for the future is really powerful. Just thank you. Brad, thank you. Thank you for everything you've done, not only now that you're doing, but have you done for us historically? You know what I mean by that. If you don't know what I mean by that, ask him. Greg, thank you so much for everything you're doing, and keep coming here and keep leaving it all on the table. You know, Tony, thank you, man. Thank you for being my brother. Quick story about this man, because I've already said this story a ton of times, but he's not always here when I tell it. I'm speaking to you specifically. So, quick story. I served 16 years, 1 month, and 23 days in New Jersey State Prison. And I was just telling a brother here that I remember in prison, I got locked up when I was 19 years old. I was a kid myself. I didn't come home till I was 35. And I remember praying all night, fasting, praying, and just saying, God, please just give me one more chance, man. Give me a chance to go out there and I tell you, I'll do it right this time. I'll do it right, man. You give me a chance, man. Give me a son. You look like me. And the ones that came in a little bit later, y'all might have missed my son. He was the one to tear all them balloons up. He's about 3 years old, man. And I was just, one day it just kind of hit me like, I remember praying, God, please just give me the chance to get out there and make it again. If you do, give me a son, man. You look like me so I can teach him the right way and keep him off these streets and give him something, man. And the other day, I walked in my house and he just a little tight, he don't even talk. He running up to me. He had a mouthful of chicken nuggets. And as he's looking at me, I guess because he's running and he's trying to breathe, he started choking right in front of me, 3 years old. And I didn't really know what to do, man. And the spirit just kind of took over, man. And I picked him up and I stuck my finger in it, cleared his throat out, hit him with the Heimlich and made him throw it all up. And I just held on to him so tight. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop shaking. He just looked and he didn't know what to think. And I just thought, damn, I just almost lost my son. What if I wasn't here? I don't know. Right? And I said to myself, man, I'm trying to save this one right here. This one right here, I'm trying to save. That 16-year-old boy, I went to prison when I was 19 years old. The kid that died in my case, I had a first-degree aggravated manslaughter. He was 17 years old. I'm trying to save your son. I'm trying to save you from going back to prison. I want the brothers that are here, that are doing the research and doing the things. Let me tell y'all something why I brought up Tony Graham and I brought up that story. I was sitting in my car one day. I just lost my job. I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot over on North Main Street. Didn't know what I was going to do. Couldn't find a job. It wasn't even I couldn't find a job. I ain't even going to sit here and lie to y'all. Couldn't keep my attitude in check. Bottom line. And it was hard for me to hold on to a job because of that. And I was sitting in this car in the parking lot, man, and I was like, man, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? And I said, man, I'm going to call Tony up. Because Tony kept telling me, man, about this guy. This guy, man, he out here doing a lot of work. And I'm sitting there unemployed. My wife's 7 months pregnant. My son on his way. I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, man, I'm going back to what I know. I'm going back to Jersey. You know? Call Tony up. Because I don't want that. God speaking to me in this car. I don't want that because I know what that'll lead to. Call Tony up. I said, hey, man, then you tell me about a guy. He did some time, man. He knows some people, this and that. He said, yeah, man, he always so busy. I can't never get him on the phone. Let me see if I can get him on three-way. Am I lying, Tony? Picked up the phone, called Greg. Picked up the phone, Greg. Sat there and I told Greg my story, told him about things I've done, where I come from, what the situation was. He said, "You're not going back to Jersey." I said, "You're not going back to Jersey." That was about, what, 3.5, 4 years ago now, Greg? Since then, I started my third house flip. I opened my own business. I published 3 ebooks. And we sitting here, we starting this men's huddle. Right? And I'm trying to save these kids. I'm trying to save our men. And it don't stop here. We call this the men's huddle for a reason. Who could tell me, share with me what your idea of what a huddle is?
Multiple people come together to collaborate.
To collaborate? Meeting of the minds. Let's take it a little bit deeper, right? I coach Little League football, PMT, shout out PMT, right here at High Point. When we come to a huddle, it's to discuss the game plan. It's to sit down and find out what's working and what's not working and making the necessary adjustments for what purpose? To win the game. The huddle is not the game. The huddle is not the game, gentlemen. Coming here and being inspired and meeting these new people and networking is just the huddle. It's not the game. Why do we sit down and we come in here and we huddle and we say break? And then we go, because we come together as a team to figure out what's working and what's not working. Then we break and we go play our individual positions that will help us. Do y'all feel me now? Yeah. Or y'all understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. This is a huddle. And I feel like when we come here, it's for that purpose. Huddle up. Let's figure out what is going on in our community. Let's figure out what's working, what's not working. What I know for a fact is working is coming here. That I know for a fact. It changed my life. Before it was even a huddle. Literally changed my life. That's number one. What's not working is whatever's going on in the game outside of here. Recidivism rates, death rates, suicide rates, unemployment rates, mental health issues. Now, I'm not saying we're going to figure all of this out. What I'm saying is, gentlemen, we all have our individual roles to play in this game. And this place here is just the huddle. It is the place where we come to review what the game plan is, figure out what's working and what's not working. I'm not saying we have all the answers right now. But what I am saying is that this works. I can promise you, and I can stand up here and I can testify to that. So first, again, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you for traveling from Cary, North Carolina. Thank you for offering him a job. And God willing, you will help him and many more. And your reward will come from a place and stores of provision that will not deplete, and it will come 20-fold. Amen. I do pray for all of us. Thank you for keeping bringing him, because I know that's not even your kin, but you bring him here and love him just like he is. Thank you. Thank you. So I say all that to say, gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Remember, this is just the huddle. This ain't the game. The game is out there. The game is out there. And we losing. We losing.